You know what's crazy? There are people right now investing in stocks, buying crypto, watching finance videos every day, and at the exact same time, they're losing money every single day. Not because the market crashed, but because of one silent mistake. A mistake so common, it feels normal. Imagine this. You're pouring water into a bucket, hoping it fills up, but there are holes at the bottom, and no matter how hard you try, it never fills. That's exactly how most people handle money, and they don't even realize it. Today, I'm going to show you the exact order of money, the sequence that separates people who struggle forever from people who quietly build real wealth. And here's the twist. The first step is the one almost nobody wants to do. Let me tell you something that might hit a little uncomfortable. Most people don't have a money problem, they have an order problem. They're doing the right things, just in the wrong sequence. It's like trying to build a house, but starting with the chandelier. Looks nice, but the whole thing collapses. And this is happening everywhere. People ask, should I buy stocks? Is crypto still worth it? Which ECF is best? But almost no one asks, am I even ready to invest? Here's a stat that should wake you up. The average person doesn't even have enough savings to survive a small emergency. Think about that. One unexpected expense and everything falls apart. Yet those same people are trying to grow wealth. That's not investing, that's gambling with extra steps. Let me ask you something honestly. If your car broke down today, would you fix it calmly? Or panic and swipe your credit card? Your answer tells you everything about where you are financially. Here's where things get real. There's an invisible force working against you. It's not inflation, it's not the economy, it's psychology. Your brain is wired to chase excitement, not stability. That's why investing feels exciting, saving feels boring, paying debt feels painful. So what do people do? They skip the boring steps and jump straight to the exciting ones. But here's the problem. Excitement is expensive. Very expensive. Let's say you're investing your money, feeling smart, feeling ahead of everyone else. Meanwhile, your credit card is charging you 22% interest. That means even if your investments grow, you're still losing. Quietly. Constantly. It's like running forward on a treadmill going backward. No matter how hard you try, you stay in the same place. And here's the scary part. Most people never realize this. They just feel stuck, year after year, working harder but not getting ahead. Now here's the truth nobody talks about. Wealth is not about how much you invest, it's about when and in what order you invest. There's a sequence, a system, a path that actually works, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. Step 1, not investing, not stocks, not crypto. Something way more powerful, but way less exciting. Before anything else, you need a buffer between you and chaos. Because life will hit you. Not if, when. Car breaks, medical bill, unexpected expense. And when that happens, you have two choices. Panic and go into debt. Stay calm and handle it. That difference is called an emergency fund. And it's not just money, it's peace of mind, it's control, it's the ability to make smart decisions instead of desperate ones. Think about this. How different would your life feel if one problem didn't shake everything? That's what this step gives you. Now comes the step people avoid the most. Debt. High-interest debt is not just a problem, it's a wealth destroyer. It grows faster than your investments, faster than your savings, faster than your progress. And here's the brutal truth. Paying off high-interest debt is one of the best investments you can ever make. Why? Because it's guaranteed. No risk, no market crashes, no uncertainty. Just progress. Imagine earning 20% return guaranteed. Sounds impossible, right? That's exactly what paying off debt does. Now here's where things get interesting. There's one exception to everything I just said. One move. That comes even before finishing your debt. And it feels almost unfair. It's called free money. And yes, most people ignore it. In the next part, I'm going to show you the one place where your money can instantly double. The account most people completely ignore but shouldn't, and why the system is designed so most people stay stuck. And trust me, this next step changes everything. Because once you see how money actually flows, you stop guessing and start winning. Let me ask you something. What if I told you there's a place where your money can grow and instantly double? No risk, no timing, no guessing. Sounds fake, right? That's exactly why most people ignore it. And that mistake costs them thousands every single year. Because while people are busy chasing the next big investment, they're literally walking past free money. Here's the deal. Some companies will match the money you invest. You put in $1, they add another $1. That's a 100% return, instantly. No stock, no crypto, no business can guarantee that. But here's what's crazy. People still skip it. Why? Because it feels boring. It's hidden in paperwork. It doesn't look exciting. So the brain ignores it. Imagine two people, same salary, same job, same starting point. One uses this match, the other ignores it. Fast forward 10 years, one has a massive head start. The other feels like they've been working hard but getting nowhere. The difference wasn't effort, it was awareness. Think about it. If your boss walked up to you and said, "Give me $100, I'll give you $100 back instantly," would you say no? That's exactly what people are doing every day. But here's where it gets deeper. Because after this step, most people make another huge mistake. They go to the wrong place next. And it quietly costs them for decades. Now you're doing better than most people already. You've built a safety net, started killing debt, captured free money. Now comes a powerful shift. Control. Because not all investment accounts are equal. Some give you freedom, others quietly limit you. And most people don't even notice. A lot of workplace investment plans look good on the surface, but behind the scenes, high fees, limited options, hidden costs, and over time, those small percentages eat your future, slowly, silently. Let me show you something simple. Imagine a tiny leak in a pipe. Doesn't seem like much, but over years, it drains everything. That's what fees do. Now imagine, you move your money somewhere, more control, lower fees, better choices. That's where smart investors shift next. Not because it's flashy, but because it's efficient. And efficiency builds wealth quietly. This is where people start separating. Average mindset says, just invest somewhere. Wealth mindset asks, where is my money treated best? But now comes a question that confuses almost everyone. And this decision can change how much money you keep for the rest of your life. Here's something most people don't think about. It's not just about making money, it's about keeping it. And taxes, they quietly take a huge chunk, unless you play the game correctly. Do you want to pay taxes now or later? Sounds simple, but it's one of the most powerful decisions you'll ever make. You get a tax break today, but pay later. Or you pay taxes now, but never again, forever. Let me put it like this. Would you rather pay a small bill today or an unknown bill in the future? That's the game. Imagine your future self older, retired, finally free. Now imagine two versions of that future. One is still paying taxes. The other keeps everything. Same effort, different outcome. People avoid this decision because it feels complicated, so they delay. And delay is expensive. But what if I told you there's one account that breaks all the rules? Not one benefit, not two, but three, and almost nobody is using it properly. This is where things go from smart to powerful. There's an account that acts like a cheat code, a quiet advantage, a hidden tool. And once you understand it, you'll see why it's different. Imagine this: you get a tax break when you put money in. Your money grows without being taxed, and when you take it out, you pay nothing in the right situation. That's not normal. That's rare. Most accounts give you one advantage, maybe two. This gives you three. And people still ignore it. Why? Because it's not marketed. It's not hyped. No one is flexing it on social media. So it stays invisible. Now here's where everything comes together. Because in the final part, we're going to unlock the step everyone wants to start with, but shouldn't. The biggest mistake people make when they finally invest, and how to turn all of this into real long-term wealth. And trust me, this last part is where most people fail. Not because they don't try, but because they don't understand the game. So now you know the system. You've seen the steps, the structure, the logic behind building real wealth. But here's the uncomfortable truth: most people who learn this still don't win. Not because the system doesn't work, but because of how they finish the game. And this final step, this is where everything either compounds or quietly collapses, because this is the part everyone wants to start with. And that's exactly why it's dangerous. This is where we finally arrive at what most people think investing is: stocks, crypto, trading, opportunities. This is the playground, the Wild West. No limits, no structure, no guardrails. And that freedom is exactly what traps people. People think, now I can make real money, but what actually happens? They overtrade, chase hype, follow trends, panic sell, buy late, and slowly they turn investing into entertainment, not strategy. Let me ask you something real. If investing feels exciting, are you building wealth or chasing dopamine? There's someone out there right now checking their portfolio every hour, heart racing, mood changing with every number. One day they feel rich. Next day, stressed. That's not investing. That's emotional gambling. Real investing is boring, quiet, predictable. And that's why most people avoid it. Because it doesn't feel like winning, even when it is. Now let's talk about the thing no one sees but everyone feels. Taxes. Every time you sell for profit, receive dividends, make quick trades, a piece of your money disappears, not dramatically, but consistently. And over time, that small loss becomes massive. Imagine running a race while someone keeps pulling you back slightly. You're still moving forward, but slower than you should be. That's what taxes do. Two people invest the same money, same effort, same time. One does it efficiently, the other ignores taxes. Years later, the difference is shocking, not because one was smarter, but because one understood the system. This is the moment where you stop thinking like, I want to make money, and start thinking like, I want to keep more of what I make. That shift changes everything. Now we arrive at the final truth, the one nobody wants to hear, but everyone needs. Wealth is not built in moments. It's built in consistency, small decisions, repeated over time. Not one big win, not one lucky trade, not one viral opportunity, just discipline. Picture this: two versions of you. Same starting point, same income, same life. One follows the sequence, stays consistent, thinks long term. The other chases trends, skips steps, gets distracted. Fast forward 10 years, they are living completely different lives, not because of luck, but because of order. This is where everything changes. Because this isn't about money anymore, it's about who you become. Someone who reacts, or someone who plans. Someone who chases, or someone who builds. Let me ask you one last question. Are you trying to look rich, or become rich? Because those are two completely different games. Here's the full sequence. Simple, clear, powerful. Build your safety net. Eliminate high-interest debt. Capture free money. Take control of your investments. Optimize for taxes. Use powerful accounts wisely, and only then invest freely. This isn't flashy, it won't go viral, but it works. Every time. One day, you'll wake up and realize something strange. You're not stressed about money anymore. Not because you got lucky, but because you followed a system when it wasn't exciting. And that's the moment everything changes. Most people will watch this, feel motivated, and go back to old habits, but a few people will actually apply this. If that's you, you don't need more information. You just need to start. Because the gap between where you are and where you want to be isn't time, it's decisions. Start in the right order, and your life will follow.